Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Greeting to our lecturer, Dr. Norhidayahtul binti Muhammad Rafian for course code FIN546 Islamic Finance. In today's video, we would like to give a view about Islamic and conventional housing loan. As the first presenter, I'm IZATTI AHMAD, followed by another 5 of my group members, which are LINA KHALIDA, ANISAH, Aqila, AINA MADIHAH, and also NORHIDAYAHTUL SAKINAH. Basically, housing loan refers to the financing given out by a financial institution to the borrower in order to purchase a house. There are also things that need to be considered when applying a housing loan. First, the borrower needs to acknowledge the term of the financing and whether they are able to commit to a long-term financing since it is a fixed monthly commitment. Next, the interest charged for the loans is also important to be taken into account and question ourselves, are we able to pay accordingly later? Next, the minimum down payment for any housing loan in Malaysia is 10% and considered other fees involved throughout the documentation process, such as the legal fees, disbursement fees, and also stamp duty. As in Malaysia, the growth of the Islamic housing loan is still escalating and expected to increase among local by not limited to Muslim borrowers only. Therefore, from now on, we will explain the differences between Islamic and also conventional housing loan with a few examples derived from Bank Islam and CIMB Bank. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lina KHALIDA and I will present about the features for both Islamic and conventional home financing loan. So the first one is regarding the interest rate and profit rate capping. As for Islamic home financing, the ceiling profit rate is the maximum profit rate that can be charged under a sale-based financing. Profit is based on the Islamic base rate and can be adjusted based on prevailing market condition, but it cannot at any time exceed the ceiling profit rate. Well, for the conventional home financing, interest is based on base rate which can be adjusted based on prevailing market conditions without any ceiling. In the event of interest rate hike, the customer will have to pay a higher installment amount to accommodate the increase in lending costs. Next feature is about their computation of interest and profit. For Islamic home financing, their profit is charged based on outstanding principal only with no compounding element involved. And due to the non-compounding nature, the total profit payable for the financing will be much lower as compared with conventional loans. This also means that the late home loan payment might incur cheaper charges. Then profit is made based on Sharia compliant contracts and there is no compounding element of profit. As for conventional home financing, the interest is computed and charged based on compounding interest and principal. Besides, effect of the accruing interest on the loan is limitless, which can eventually lead to oppression. Furthermore, the other different features between Islamic and conventional home financing are regarding the exit penalty and lock-in period for early settlement. As for Islamic financing, the customer can exit any time without a penalty. Based on the principle of fairness, the customer is encouraged to settle their obligations and not be penalized by an exit fee if they make an early settlement. Unlike conventional financing, there is an exit penalty and lock-in period for customer if they make an early settlement. Lastly, is regarding the exemption of stamp duty for home loan refinancing. This feature is available in Malaysia, where the government agrees to allow for a 100% stamp duty waiver for Islamic financing when it is refinanced from a conventional bank. This is to encourage the refinancing market as it appeals to customers seeking additional financing on a property's capital gains, while there is no exemption on stamp duty for conventional home financing. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Aqila binti Noor AD, and next I will explain the example bank that provide home financing product in conventional and Islamic banking. For conventional banking, we choose CIMB Bank, and for Islamic banking, we choose Bank Islam. The home financing product that have been provided by CIMB Bank is CIMB Home Loan. CIMB Home Loan is a traditional term loan that move in line with the bank base rate. For the types of properties, a CIMB home loan is used for completed and under construction residential properties only, and the financing tenure that they provided is minimum 5 years and maximum is 35 to 70 years, whichever is earlier. As we compare with Islamic banking, they do not provide any penalty to their home financing product, but in conventional banking, they provided penalties for those who have an outstanding amount and also stamp duty. Those who are late in paying their payment will be charged 1% of their outstanding amount. For this product, there is no processing fee applicable. For the stamp duties, they will charge RM10 ringgit for letter offer, RM5 ringgit for every, RM1000 for principal document, and RM10 ringgit for security document. The interest rate for this product is based on the base rate. So this product uses a floating interest rate, which means that it will be changed periodically. So the price of borrowing is up to RM349,999 ringgit. The interest rate will be 4.55%. And if it is more than RM350,000 ringgit, the interest rate will be decreased to 4.35%. Next, I will explain how to calculate your property monthly installment. For instance, you would like to acquire a single property with RM500,000 value, and based on the CIMB home loan, it offers loan with a margin of up to 95%. Thus, the amount of borrowing will become RM475,000. Then you make the decision to extend your loan term to 50 years. As the amount of borrowing is more than RM350,000 ringgit, we will apply interest rate at 4.35% and your monthly installment will be RM1,943 ringgit and 55 cents.
Hi, my name is AINA MADIHAH binti SIDEK. Now, I will elaborate about the Islamic product that all bank Islam offer. Firstly, BINTI home financing. There are two types of the property, such as under construction and complete houses. As you can see on my right side, the interest rate that offer for the property value from RM100K to the less than 250K, and also property value that above than 2 million will get the interest as 3.35 per annum, while 250K until 2 million will get the interest 3.15%. It's much lower than conventional bank. Next, for the construction property, the interest rate is offered is 2.77% for the first year only. The Sharia principle that used is a tawarruk. Financial tenure up to the 35 years or the age of 70 years old. There are no penalty for the early settlement and no processing fee. Also, no lock-in period. Okay, now I will explain the calculation about the interest rate. As you can see on the right side, I already put the calculation. For example, in normal financing, Encik Abu want to buy a property which amount RM500K and the margin for the financing is 90%. So the total amount is 450K. The financing tenure for this loan is 30 years and the conditional prepayment rate is 11%. So bank sales price is RM1,552,765.60. EPR for this loan is 3.15. Okay, next for the financing for the tier rate, the difference of this rate is tier 1, which is 1 month until 12 months is 2.52%, while for tier 2 and 3 is 3.15% each.
Assalamualaikum, I'm ANISAH and we are going to explore the advantages of Islamic home financing compared to the conventional home financing. So the first one being lock-in period. So the home financing process can take 3 to 9 months and involve a lot of people. So it is natural for a bank to want to make money from the customers. But if the customer settles early, that will not happen. So bank impose minimum lock-in period of 3 to 5 years where customers will be prohibited from selling, settling or refinancing their homes. If they do, they will face an early settlement penalty, typically 1% of the amount to be settled. But in Islamic financing, this feature cannot be accepted due to the concept that debt cannot be forgiven even in death. So instead, allowances are given if the product is sold based on a promotional rate, say 2% per annum, lower than the normal financing rate for special campaigns or conditions. So in such cases, the bank can recover the discount if the financing is settled within the lock-in period. So the second one is stamp duty waiver. As you can see here, unlike conventional financing, Islamic home financing with 100% stamp duties completely. So this feature is available in Malaysia, where the government has agreed to waive 100% stamp duties on Islamic financing when refinanced through conventional bank. As an example, customer A obtained 500,000 loan on a 600,000 property that is now worth 1 million. Because the loan balance is now 300,000, the customer is looking for an additional of 400,000 in cash to finance a renovation. If the customer intends to transfer the loan, he or she will be charged of 700,000 in stamp duty. Meanwhile, in Islamic home financing, the existing stamp duty for 300,000 will be totally waived and only the additional amount of 400,000 will incur the normal stamp duty. Now, the last one is ceiling rate price protection. In conventional home financing, if the normal benchmark rate rises above the ceiling rate, the customer will be charged more than the ceiling rate. So this differs from the Islamic home financing, which protects the customer's price against large fluctuations in the benchmark rate and from uncertainty. Above all, Islamic home financing aligns with the idea that Islamic banking products must contribute to the sustainable practices that offers fair and equitable solutions to consumers. Thus, it proves that Islamic home financing is a better alternative to conventional one. Thank you.
Hi, my name is NORHIDAYAHTUL SALIM as a next presenter. We know a housing loan refers to financing given out by financial institutions to the borrower in order to purchase a house. So, the conclusion that we can get from Islamic housing loan versus conventional housing loan is in generally, the difference between these two types of financing is in a conventional loan, the purchaser will pay interest, but in Islamic financing, the purchaser will pay a profit. But when we study more about this topic, as for Islamic home financing, the ceiling profit rate is the maximum profit rate that can be charged under a sale-based financing. While for conventional home financing, interest is based on base rate which can be adjusted based on prevailing market conditions without any ceiling. Then, Islamic housing loan have advantage, but conventional have disadvantage, where Islamic one will give 100% stamp duty waiver, but conventional not 100% as Islamic. To continue, if you can see from the previous presenter, we give CIMB and Bank Islam as the specific example, and it shows Islamic banking not provide any penalty to their home financing product, but in conventional banking, they provided penalties for those who have an outstanding amount and also stamp duty. It has different features, advantage, and more. But at last, Islamic really show justice and fairness. The foundation of the Islamic banking model is based on a profit-sharing principle, whereby the risk can be shared by the bank and the customer themselves. This system of financial intermediation contributes to a more equitable distribution of income and wealth. That's all from me. Thank you.